Hello everyone. In this video we are going to study Alfvén waves. So what is Alfvén waves means? Alfvén waves is a wave, means it is also a kind of wave that occurs in plasma, which is a conducting fluid. Plasma is a conducting fluid. So a wave which occurs in plasma resulting from interaction of magnetic field and electric current within it. In plasma, we are having magnetic field force also. We are having electric current also. In a plasma, we are having both magnetic field and electric current. The interaction between magnetic field and electric current result into Alfvén waves. So in a plasma, the interaction between magnetic field and electric current produces Alfvén waves. Now we are going to study the theory of Alfvén waves. We are considering a magnetic field lines. So consider a set of fluid particles lying on the magnetic field lines. So we are considering a fluid particles lying on the magnetic field lines. This is our H or B magnetic field lines and this is our fluid particles. We are considering a set of fluid particles lying on a magnetic field lines. All the fluid particles, these particles, experience a force of mu h square in the direction of magnetic field lines. We are considering magnetic field line. On the magnetic field lines, we are considering a fluid particles. So, this fluid particles experience a force of mu h square in the direction of magnetic field lines. That is, the fluid particle on the magnetic field lines are stretching in the direction of magnetic field lines. Therefore, it experience means this fluid particles on the magnetic field lines experience a tension in the direction of magnetic field lines. This is same as in stretching string. If we consider a string fixed at 2 point, if we stretch this to whatever force is experienced here, that we call it as tension, the same tension is experiencing by the fluid particle in the magnetic field lines. So we are considering a magnetic field line. It is moving in one direction. On the magnetic field line, we are considering the fluid particles. These fluid particles experience a force of mu h square in the direction of the magnetic field line, or it is known as tension in the direction of magnetic field lines. When we slightly disturb this fluid, if we slightly disturb this, the wave started to produce in the direction of magnetic field lines. It started to move in the direction of magnetic field lines. These waves we call it as Alfvén waves. So what are the reasons or causes for propagation of Alfvén waves? We are going to see. We are considering electrically conducting fluid. So the fluid is electrically conducting. We are considering electrically conducting fluid. In the presence of magnetic field lines. We are considering electrically conducting fluid in the presence of magnetic field. If this fluid is electrically conducting in the presence of magnetic field, and this waves we call it as Alfvén waves, there are two important mechanisms which is behind this propagation of this waves. First one is frozen in phenomena, which we are going to study further. So first one is frozen in phenomena, second one tension, in the fluid particle in the direction of magnetic field line. So this propagation is due to frozen-in phenomena and the tension in the fluid particle in the direction of magnetic field lines. If the electrically conducting fluid is, if we are considering perfectly electrically conducting fluid, that is mathematically when electrical conductivity tends to infinity. In a perfectly electrically conducting fluid, a fluid particle and magnetic field lines frozen together. In a perfectly conducting fluid, if this is fluid flow and when we apply magnetic field, this will frozen. This will be fixed. Whatever angle made by this two will be fixed. That we call it as frozen in phenomena. So in a perfectly electrically conducting fluid, a fluid particle and the magnetic field lines are frozen together. So the magnetic field lines behaves like a material curve. In such fluid, in the presence of magnetic field, an additional body force known as Lorentz force is also acting on this. So we are considering a perfectly electrically conducting fluid. In a perfectly electrically conducting fluid, a fluid particle and the magnetic field lines are frozen together. It means it fixed together so that the magnetic field lines behaves like a material curve. In such case, the presence of magnetic field and additional body force, that is Lorentz force, will also acting on the fluid. In this case, this Lorentz force is equal to the tensional force, which is mu into h square along the direction of the magnetic field line, and the magnetic pressure mu h square by 2. In this case, in frozen-in phenomena, the Lorentz force exists. That Lorentz force is equal to tensional force, which is equal to mu into h square in the direction of magnetic field line, and the magnetic pressure mu h square by 2. Because of this tensional force, the fluid particle along the magnetic field line behaves like a stretching string. Under this circumstance, see, because already I have explained, due to that tensional force, it acts like a stretching string. So under some circumstance, the fluid slightly disturbs and the wave occurs along the magnetic field line, and that line we call it as Alfvén wave. Now the velocity of this propagation of Alfvén wave is denoted by A or VA, one and the same. Velocity of Alfvén wave or VA. This is also velocity of Alfvén wave. It is given by square root of tension by mass. That is mu h square by rho. Now we are going to study few applications of Alfvén waves. The very first application is heating of solar corona. Corona is nothing but the center part of the sun. So we are going to see the application of Alfvén wave on heating of solar corona. This is one of the astrophysical application of Alfvén wave. Now we will we are going to consider sun. Now we are having, this is our innermost visible disk of the sun. This is innermost visible disk of the sun, and this innermost visible disk, we call it as photosphere. And this photosphere is of the temperature 5700 Kelvin. This is, I'll take it as sigma 1. This is the innermost visible disk of our sun. This innermost disk, we call it as photosphere. This photosphere is at the temperature 5700 Kelvin. Now we are going to consider next region to this photosphere. This is the next region to the photosphere. The next region we call it as chromosphere. The next region is known as chromosphere. It is having electrical conductivity of sigma 2. Now we are having solar corona. Next region. And this solar corona is of the temperature 10 to the power 6 Kelvin. See here we are having 5700 Kelvin. This is the innermost region of the sun, which we call it as photosphere. The next region we call it as chromosphere. This is our chromosphere. This is our photosphere. This is our chromosphere, and this is our solar corona. The major puzzling problem or peculiar thing is sun is going to eat from this region. See, if we started to heat a vessel, temperature will be high at this region compared to this, right? High temperature will be noticed here and temperature will be less compared to this place, right? But here when we notice, the innermost portion of the sun is of 5700 Kelvin. Obviously when we move far, temperature should decrease, but in solar corona, that is third region, the temperature is 10 to the power 6, which is very high compared to this 10 to the power 6 Kelvin. So we have to find the reason for this. The innermost disk is of temperature 5700 Kelvin, but the outer region is 10 power 6. This temperature of the sun is measured using different experiments. So by the experiments scientists got to know the temperature at photosphere is less compared to temperature in solar corona. So we have to find the reason for this temperature difference. How this solar corona become very high compared to photosphere. Now we are going to we got the answer for this using Alfvén wave concept. Using Alfvén wave, we are going to justify why solar corona is very hot compared to photosphere. Now, the innermost region, that is photosphere, is highly turbulent. This innermost region, photosphere, is highly turbulent. Therefore, it generated waves which is known as Alfvén wave, and it radially propagate to the chromosphere and solar corona. Here the whatever waves these produced are highly turbulent, and it started to travel to neighbor regions, that is to photosphere and then to chromosphere. The electrically conductivity of the solar corona is much less than chromosphere or photosphere. The electrical conductivity at this region is very less compared to this region and this region. Similarly, electrical conductivity of this region is less than this. Therefore, we are having sigma 3 is less than sigma 2 less than sigma 1. So, electrical conductivity at solar corona is very less compared to electrical conductivity of chromosphere, and electrical conductivity of chromosphere is very less compared to electrical conductivity of photosphere. When this Alfvén waves moves from higher conductivity region to lower conductivity region, Alfvén waves dissipated, that is, it lost its kinetic energy. Here it is highly conductivity, here it is less conductivity, and it is least conductivity region. When it started to move from high conductivity region to low conductivity region, it loses its kinetic energy. The loss of kinetic energy appears as heat. In the form of heat radiation, it loses its kinetic energy. Also, there is continuously these waves are moving, therefore continuously it loses its kinetic energy, therefore continuously heat is produced. Since there is continuous generation of heat energy in the solar corona, the temperature is very high compared to chromosphere and photosphere. So using Alfvén wave concept, they have explained why core of the sun is having less temperature compared to chromosphere and solar corona. Another application of Alfvén wave is maintaining the Earth's magnetic field. This application comes under geophysical application. So already we have seen Earth is having magnetic field. Now we are considering a core of the Earth, and I'll consider this as our Earth. This is our core of the Earth. So from the theory of motion, the core of the Earth is currently a challenging state to discuss. The very interesting question in solar corona problem is how the core of the sun is having very less temperature compared to solar corona. Similarly, here also in the analysis of Earth magnetic field also an interesting question arises, that is it possible to maintain a steady magnetic field by a fixed volume of conducting fluid to motion takes place in its interior? We know water flows below the earth. So, can we maintain a steady magnetic field by a fixed volume of conducting fluid in motion? The answer is yes, because we know we are having a steady magnetic field. These are the magnetic field lines, and this is having liquid core. Here we are having liquid. Here we are having liquid core. This is our magnetic field H. So how it is possible? How we can maintaining these steady magnetic field lines by a fixed volume of conducting fluid which is in motion? This problem is answered by the scientist called Moffat in the year 1917. The Alfvén wave, again we are going to give answer for this steadiness using Alfvén wave concept itself. So the Alfvén wave moving in a fixed volume of an electrically conducting fluid such as molten iron. In the earth core. In the earth core we are having molten iron. The Alfvén wave moves in a fixed volume of an electrically conducting fluid. Such a motion is occurred in molten iron also. When this motion is there, the kinetic energy is converted into mechanical energy. This motion of the waves, that is kinetic energy, is converted into mechanical energy. How it is transferring means, Alfvén waves transforms velocity field into magnetic field. It is transferring its motion into magnetic field. Because of this conversion of velocity into magnetic field, because of the conversion of velocity into magnetic field in the earth core, the earth magnetic field is generated and maintained although there is a continuous decay of magnetic field. So we have seen two major applications of Alfvén wave. One is in astrophysics, another one is in geophysics.